Hello my friends and welcome back to Coffee Tea Paper. My name is Louise if you're new here, and today, before we get started in the journal spread, I want to share with you some Christmas cards that I've received in the last couple of weeks. Last week really. So I want to share with you 4 here, and they've all been handmade. And this one's been made by Lizzie, and she is a master of layering and creating depth and putting together all these little different elements that you would never think to put together. So she's got a foamy snowflake and enamel dots and card cutouts, and yeah, it's just beautiful. This next one is from Arumi, who you might know as the designer and creator behind Pick Your Mix sticker shop on Etsy. And she has crocheted this very floofy looking cockatoo with his red scarf, and she's paired that together with one of her signature Christmas stickers on the front of this card. This next one is from Victoria, and she also has her own style. She does a lot of slow stitching, stamping, she does scrapbooking, and she's put together a range of I think this is from a tea towel and some fabric, and she's sewn that onto that card. And this last one is from Rosamond, and she is a watercolor artist as well as a journaler, and she's just done the most simple yet elegant card here with a bit of watercolor, a little bit of white speckling, a white cutout for a moon, and these couple of PET figures on this lovely deckled edged background. Yes, that's the word. Right. So, on to the spread. Now, the theme this week from Café Analog's December challenge is Christmas decor, Christmas decoration. And it's the last one, and I can't believe I've actually completed the challenge the first time ever. Woohoo! Round of applause. Thank you. Now, so my inspiration, look, before we get started, I just want to go back to this. Even the collage doesn't like itself so much, it's trying to escape from my journal. So yes, I'll have to come back and glue that more securely. But a couple of people suggested that it really needed something a bit more solid up in that top left-hand corner, and I absolutely agree 100%. I've just grabbed this off my desk. It's just sitting there waiting to be used in something, and you can see even putting that up there really makes a massive difference. So I will revisit that later on, but yeah, you are right. Thank you, everybody. Anyway, today's spread, I'm centering it around that acetate bauble that someone has given me, and also this paper which has a beautiful sheen on it. It's been in my stash for ages, possibly 10 years. Yeah, it's been in the too nice to use, yeah, but today's the day. And I don't normally share the sticking in and gluing in part of my collaging because, you know, we all know how to stick and glue, right? But I wanted to share this technique that I saw Beck use from Hello, My Name is Beck, where she just folds down a bit of her double-sided tape. It's really good for these big pieces of paper. And yeah, so she just peels back a tiny bit and folds it on itself like that. So now you've got these 4 tabs sticking out, and so when you're trying to line up the piece of paper, there's not all this sticky stuff trying to adhere itself instantly to your page, and it just gives you a bit of wiggle room as you're lining it up, and you've just got those 4 little bits of sticky in the corners. And when you're happy with placement, then you can just grab the tabs and pull them out, and voila, it's like magic. And it is such a cool technique. Yeah, try it. It's really good. So my piece of paper has gone on so smoothly, so neatly. I don't have to do any trimming. It's awesome. Yeah, so thanks Beck for that top tip. There was a few weeks ago I did something and I had a piece of paper on it and it got all wrinkly and everything, and I started to rip it down the middle, and yeah, I wish I'd done that then. So I want to make that acetate bauble the feature, and because it's about Christmas decor or Christmas decorating, I had these two girls from the Café Analog Windry Ramadina collaboration who look like they're decorating the tree together, and they're nicely in scale there, so that works well together. And because I didn't want them getting lost on that beautiful background paper, I've just put some handmade, a little square of handmade paper there by Llama Fox Hill, I think it's called. They're on Etsy and they make a lot of their paper from llama poo. Yes. I don't know, that just tickles my fancy. But it's pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so that colour, that sort of soft reddish pink, blends in very nicely with the chinoiserie style paper of the background, and I'm going back to my tried and tested techniques, and having recently reminded myself last week about putting your focus in the center. Guess what? I'm putting my focus in the center, and I've got all my layers radiating out from that middle piece. And and because we want the eye to be traveling from left to right, top to bottom, I'm adding in these extra paper pieces to help achieve that. So I'll just potter around in the background doing that. How's your December going so far? I know for some people, myself included, it can be a rather difficult time of year. It can be quite stressful. I've personally found this year doing my December daily to be really enjoyable, and it's certainly given me a different dimension and a different perspective, which has been really wonderful and made me appreciate, I think, the days a bit more, rather than having this sort of countdown to I must have everything done, I must do this, I have to do that, I have to get this, I have to get that. It's just made me really focus on just the little things that I've been doing with my family that we don't really do any other time of the year. So so last Sunday we got together with my husband's family, or the whole extended family, and we had a big lunch. So a lot of my preparation has been towards that, cooking a lot of food to feed a lot of people. So I feel like I've been cooking for about 2 weeks, because I make things in advance that I can freeze and then take over to my sister-in-law's, and she has ham and turkey and salads, and I bring some mash, and I do the puddings for dessert, and I make a vegetarian quiche, and so we've got a bit of a system going, and it's much easier when there's a couple of you working to cater for nearly 20 people for a sit-down lunch. So that's all done and dusted now, so I'm breathing a bit of a sigh of relief that's all my major cooking is over. I've got a few little things to do. I've got to finish off. I finished off my neighbour's gifts yesterday, so I'll pop them over later in the week, and then it's just a few bits and pieces for our family, Christmas Eve dinner, and for my husband's parents to come over on Christmas Day to have a cup of coffee and some Christmas treats with them. So yes, so I hope if you're having to do a whole lot of prep or cooking and all those sorts of things, that's a top tip from me. If you can make things in advance and freeze them, do it. It makes it so much easier. But yes, and if you're new to this channel and you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It certainly helps me get a bit of focus with YouTube, who then promotes my videos to people like yourself who are interested in journaling and paper crafting and all those wonderful things that are such a relaxing and creative pastime to enjoy. And I know some people might not actually journal themselves, but they enjoy watching their creative process of journaling, and that's wonderful too. I think that can be very, very calming and relaxing and enjoyable in itself. What was I saying? Oh yes, so if you haven't already, please subscribe. I try to reply to all my comments generally within a few days, and I love having that those conversations or those bits of back and forth between viewers here on my channel. It's really been a bit of an eye-opener, I guess, for me this year. I've only just started my channel towards the end of last year, and it's been wonderful to find so many interesting and creative people from all over the world. So here I have finally popped in the bauble that was the inspiration behind this page, and I felt it just needed a bit of, a bit of tizzying up, yes, a bit of glamorization and bling. So I'm just using a gold pen here that Claire from Off Six with Love sent to me. It's actually really good for wax seals, but because it's like a permanent paint marker, I thought it would work here on the acetate as well. And then because I want to give the impression of this, that you're looking into this bauble and there's this decoration, like this scene, this Christmas scene of decorating within a Christmas decoration, right? I thought I would put in some like, not snow, but you know how snow globes and baubles and things have like that fake snow, or those kind of like polystyrene little bally things. So I'm trying to give that impression. There's not meant to be like proper, like real snowflakes. That's what I'm trying to say here. Oh dear, sorry if I'm waffling on a bit. I've basically got one go to do my voiceover today because it's school holidays, and so I have to tell everyone for a bit of shushy while I'm trying to do my voiceover, which doesn't always work. And so for a final touch, because I thought that gold was standing out a little bit too much in the end at the top of the bauble, I thought I would give it some friends by using one of the Zig Clean Color dot markers in metallic gold, just to add a bit of extra bling. So here we are. We'll have a final look at those beautiful, beautiful Christmas cards that I've received before moving on to my page. And can you believe it? Week 50. Wow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in my December daily flip through, which will be my next video for the last week from the 14th to the whatever it is. I'll see you next time. Bye.